Wanda lives with her father and brother. When she joins a new school, she does not fit in with the other girls in her neighborhood. She was quiet and did not have many friends. She was always seen sitting in the corner of the classroom. The story begins with the protagonist, Wanda, who is absent from class, but her absence goes unnoticed. Even Peggy and Maddie do not realize her absence. Wanda always sat on the last seat in the last row in room number 13. This was where the rough boys who never got good marks or grades sat. This was a place where the loudest dragging of feet was heard, where there was most of the mud and dirt on the floor, and the loudest roars of laughter was heard when something funny was said. Wanda was a silent girl who hardly laughed. At the most, she would twist her mouth into a crooked smile. The time when Wanda's absence was noticed was early morning before school or noontime after school. Groups of girls would be standing at the schoolyard waiting to make fun of her. Wanda Petronsky, the poor Polish immigrant, lived in the poorer part of the town, Bogans Heights. Her name became a matter of humor for most of the students in room number 13. She was always made fun of because of this. The students were familiar with the names like Thomas, Allen, and Smith. There was also a boy called Willie Bounce. They found the name Bounce to be funny, but not as funny as the name Wanda Petronsky. Wanda had no friends and always wore a blue faded dress which was spotlessly clean but looked like it needed some ironing. Sometimes Wanda would stand and watch the girls playing hopscotch. At that time, a group of girls would surround her and would start having fun at her expense. And the instigator was always Peggy. Peggy would always ask Wanda, "How many dresses do you have?" Wanda claimed to own 100 dresses, all lined up in her closet in her worn-down house. Peggy would further ask her, "How many shoes do you have?" Again, Wanda unflinchingly would answer that she had 60 pairs of shoes, all lined up along with her dresses in the closet. This outrageous and obvious lie becomes a game, and the group of girls in her class, headed by Maddie and Peggy, mock and corner her every day before school, demanding that she describe all of her dresses for them. When Wanda would walk away from the group feeling sad and dejected, all the girls would burst out laughing. Peggy and Maddie were always the last to leave the place. Actually, Peggy by nature was a wonderful girl. She was not cruel. In fact, she would protect the younger children whenever they were bullied by others. Also, she would cry for hours when she saw an animal being ill-treated. She genuinely felt there was nothing wrong in her behavior towards Wanda and did not think that her behavior could hurt the feelings of Wanda. Peggy's intention was never to hurt Wanda, but she was curious as to why Wanda had to lie that she had 100 dresses in her closet. Maddie, Peggy's best friend, did not like when Peggy made fun of Wanda. She was a little troubled and upset by Peggy's behavior towards Wanda. She wanted Peggy to stop making fun of Wanda, but could not summon the courage to face her as she feared she would lose her best friend. She came from a poor family. She too wore clothes that were given to her by others. Maddie feared that she herself would become the next target for Peggy and her other friends. She felt that they might question and tease her about her clothes. She wanted the teasing to be stopped because she was always afraid that she could be the next victim. She genuinely wished that she could gather her courage and tell Peggy to stop teasing Wanda, but she did not have the courage within her. So, Maddie decided to write a note and pen down what she thought. The thought always bothered her that what if she would become the next target? What if Peggy would ask Maddie from where she had got the dress that she was wearing, and that Maddie would have to admit that it was Peggy's dress and that her mother had made just some alterations by adding a few ribbons here and there so that her friends would not recognize it. Maddie tore up the note wishing that Peggy would herself realize and stop the teasing. For Maddie, Losing Peggy's friendship was unthinkable, whereas she was least bothered about Wanda. Maddie then remembered about the two dresses that Wanda had described to them. One was a pale blue dress and the other was a beautiful green one with a red sash on it. Maddie's mind then drifted to the drawing and coloring contest that was going to be held. The boys had to design motorboats and the girls had to design dresses. Maddie was absolutely sure that Peggy would win the contest, for she was really a good artist. Now let's look at the key points of the story. It was Monday and the Polish girl Wanda Petronsky was absent from school. Nobody noticed as no one really cared about her. Wanda was a quiet girl who rarely said anything. Peggy and Maddie, who were very good friends, used to make a lot of fun about Wanda, but they too did not notice her absence. They all belonged to room number 13, and Wanda always used to sit on the last seat in the last row where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. In fact, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. The other students thought that she sat in that seat because she was from Bawkins Heights and her feet were usually caked with dry mud. Students always thought of Wanda outside the school hours to have fun with her. They waited for her while she was going to or coming from home. They waited for her in order to make fun of her. Peggy and Maddie often made fun of her. Peggy was the most popular girl in school. She was pretty and had curly hair. Moreover, she belonged to a well-to-do family. She had many pretty clothes. Maddie was Peggy's closest friend. The following day, that is Tuesday, Wanda remained absent from school, and nobody noticed her absence again. But on the third day, that is Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie noticed that Wanda was not there. They had noticed Wanda's absence because she had made them late to school. The two girls had waited for Wanda so that they could have some fun with her, but Wanda did not turn up. Peggy was not really cruel. She would say why Wanda had spoken of her 100 dresses. Maddie felt bad that they had been bothering Wanda like that because she was also poor. She wishes Peggy to stop teasing Wanda but pictures herself in Wanda's place. Maddie remembers Wanda's pale blue dress and the beautiful green dress with a red sash. Next, the drawing contest was expected to be won by Peggy. The next day, as they entered the classroom, they gasped as they saw 100 sketches of dresses all over the room, all beautiful in bright colors. Miss Mason announced the winners of the contest and said that Jack Beagles had won the contest among the boys and Wanda among the girls. But Wanda was absent. The class was astonished to know that Wanda could draw. The children clapped their hands and the sketches were all beautiful and different. The blue and the green dress, once spoken by Wanda, was identified by Peggy and Maddie. They were shocked to know her great quality of drawing.